In this episode, our guest is Luxor Granden, and he's the understudy for the regular MC Max Quartlepleen here at Milliways.
Luxor has hosted everything from bingo to the Superlative Awards.
So roll up your towel into a pillow, lean back, and
prepare to learn his hilarious catchphrase and why he glows without a spotlight.
Shut up and sit down.
welcome back to Milliways, home of Hitchhikers and Appetizers. I am your host, as always, Trellis Gardeen, in booth 42 at Milliways. And with me, as always, my compadre, my companion. He could be the blooming onion that brightens my day, Horatio Zinn.
I would love to be a blooming onion because there's something about being dipped into fried breadcrumbs and things and being just brown and crackly.
I see you as a blooming onion, Horatio, because the amount of calories in one blooming onion is exorbitant.
Yes.
Just like the amount of you is exorbitant.
Yes, I am not a diet item.
No.
I am not something you would think, oh, this is going to, I was going to be filling, but I'm not going to gain weight. You should probably, after eating me, you would not, don't eat me, but if you were to, you would probably need to stay home that evening.
The Galactic Diet Council has definitely listed you in their top 10 list for unhealthy items to not consume.
Yes. I am very proud. I'm one of the leading culinary magazines in the universe. Of course, I was the cover model for least healthy.
I don't even know how I would prepare you. To be honest, if I were to want to eat you, I don't know how I would want to prepare you. Sushi?
Yes.
Or fried? I think it would run the gamut.
I think there would be enough for you to make most any dish and still prepare more. We have a guest.
Yes, we do. And a very special guest is in the booth this week. Luxor Granden, welcome to the booth.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Usually my theme song plays. I must have not. I sent a file. To someone to play my theme song upon my introduction, but
I didn't get anything.
Oh, can we fix that in post?
I'll just do it myself. Introduce me again. I'll do the song myself.
Is there a particular way that you would want to be introduced, by the way?
Luxor Granden is fine. People should know who I am by now. I don't think we need to, But I'll do the music.
Let's start. Horatio, Trellis, we have a guest.
We do, and it's a very special guest indeed. Please welcome to the booth, Luxor Granden.
I'm so sorry. I stepped on the introduction.
Okay, we'll try that again.
We just do it again.
Well, you stepped on your own name.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'll go after the name.
Well, give it a count. Give it just half a count. There. Also, you've got to expect there's going to be applause, so you might want to hold for the applause.
Well, of course. That's the first thing they teach you at NC school is hold for the applause.
Yes. Whether it comes or not. Yes.
Well, let's welcome to booth 42, Luxor Granden.
And go.
2, 3, 4. Da 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 da. It goes very high. That's why I sent the file specifically because the song goes very high. But we get the idea.
Yes.
I could see your pupils straining as you moved up the scale.
Yes.
Yes. And you have quite distinguishable eyes.
Thank you. They were very expensive. So I'm glad that you saw them and noticed how wonderful and expressive they were. They're quite a bit to accomplish those.
I like that they have that ability to make you think that you're being looked at, even if the performer couldn't care less about you.
One of the things I learned very early on, and it's a skill that takes a lot to learn. It took me quite a bit of time to learn this. I can now do it to where if I'm on stage, I can make everyone feel like I'm looking right at them, and what I'm actually doing is thinking about what I'm going to eat later on in the evening.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
I love that kind of commitment. That kind of commitment to an audience is wonderful.
Impressive.
And speaking of sushi, you were talking about sushi before.
Yes.
Have you ever had sushi on top of a living being? Like
Yes.
they wheel the being out, and there's sushi on them, and you kind of pick sushi off their bodies.
Yes.
Yes.
I have grabbed the wrong piece
Yes.
on occasion.
He kept tugging and it was not going to release.
No,
There was screaming.
Yes.
and because it looked really good to eat too, so I got angrier and angrier as I kept tugging and it wouldn't come off.
Yes, that's when I learned from the screaming that wasabi should not be stuck in orifices.
No.
So if you get wasabi in an orifice, run out of the room.
That is actually a condition on wasabi orifice. It can take a long time to heal from that because there's a lot of burning.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
Luxor, we know about you because you handed us your resume, as you said in the booth.
Yes.
Very extensive.
I always have them on me.
And headshot.
Also, the demo tape was lovely. The demo tape.
Thank you.
But our listeners do not. So
No.
give them a little Luxor.
I'm sorry. I seriously doubt that they don't know who I am,
Yeah.
but I will.
Let's pretend.
I will pretend. I will let people know. I am, of course, Luxor Granden, one of the best MCs in the galaxy. Thank you. Oh, yes, of course. Wait for the applause. 2, 3,
Everyone,
4.
yeah, hold
Thank
for
you,
applause.
Thank you. I didn't want to bring this up right away, but obviously I am not the MC here
Yes.
at Milliways. But that's for another conversation, I guess.
Oh no, we can talk about that because there might be
Oh, yeah.
some bitterness
Oh, I see.
and something for our listeners to latch on.
Was not prepared for that. I thought this was going to be more an interview about all of my upcoming engagements. But if we do want to talk about,
Oh, we can talk about that too. We can promote. We can gossip. We have a versatile format.
got you. Well, I come from a planet where everyone is an MC,
Oh.
of course, and
Oh.
that is the planet Mulcroon. And everyone there is an MC. We are born MCs. Most of the time, when beings are born, a doctor says, "It's a boy, it's a girl." On our planet, we come out, we say, "Doctor, have a seat. I'm here. I'm a boy." Or "I'm a girl." We announce our own arrival.
Do you do an opening number right after you're born?
Yes. It's not as sophisticated as what you'd think because a lot of us don't know how to speak yet. So
Oh, yeah.
in our minds, we might be doing like, "I'm here, everyone. Look at me, everyone." But it ends up sounding more like, so
That's still very impressive for a newborn.
it is, yes, I agree.
Does the hat come with you out of the womb, or do you pick one up as soon as you are born?
That is just a natural movement that you just learn right away, and then it's up to your parents when they want to actually put a hat in your hands,
Ah, very
depending
good.
on if they believe that you can fulfill the job.
It's really, that was a solution looking for a problem to solve.
Yes.
And the lack of a hat, like,
Right.
he's tipping something. This is the perfect spot for a hat.
Yes, I will say, I was born wearing spats.
Oh, very good. Well, that just
I was-
makes good sense.
Mm-hmm, yes.
Now, is everyone on your planet born wearing spats, so they have different type of accoutrement?
Everyone is born with a different part of the MC uniform. So, for example, I was born in spats. My youngest sibling was born with a cane in his hands.
Nice, yes.
Some appear with a monocle, a mustache, white gloves, a microphone. I mean, only those of us who are lucky can be born with a microphone, but
Yes.
not all of us.
Do the MCs born with a microphone, are they more revered? Do they get better MC positions? I mean, I'm assuming, there's people that do bingo, there's people that announce balls.
Done it.
Is there any-
Done it.
Oh, okay. Is it a meritocracy where everyone kind of starts out at the same level and works their way up?
That's right. So entry level are the bingo halls, and
Bingo halls.
yes, that you want to try to get in there, really in your younger years. So if you haven't done a bingo hall by the time you're 10, find another planet or find another occupation. You know what I mean?
You're useless at that point.
Exactly. From the bingo hall, we go to the balls, like you mentioned, and that's more like
Balls?
16 to 18 or so. And then, right after that, you go into bingo balls, which is a combination of a ball, like a dance ball, and bingo.
Is that how they match people up? Is that how you get matched up with your date? They call out B47 per se, and if that's what the two people with B47 then
Yes.
are the couple for the night.
Well, what's convenient is that most of the beans that go to these bingo balls are named after letters and numbers.
Oh, that is convenient.
So you literally say N64, and 64, that is that bean's name, and N, that is that bean's name, come together and they dance.
That is so efficient rather than having to go around the entire room asking.
Yes.
N46, N46.
Exactly. And if someone yells bingo, they are taken out and executed.
Oh.
Oh, how lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an honor for people, or is that something to be avoided?
It's more like a trust exercise, because we know if you yell bingo, we know you're an amateur.
Yes, because who would call out to be executed?
Exactly.
Fascinating.
Now, MC and execution, that is where the big bucks are.
You mean MC at the execution?
Ladies and gentlemen, in this corner, we have G, who yelled out bingo during the bingo ball. Across from him on this corner, we have Death. Who will win? It's always Death, spoiler alert. Who will win? Let us find out. And then that's when I yell, let's get ready to fight!
That's inspiring. It makes me want to... It wishes I had pay-per-view in the booth.
That's wonderful. Very catchy, too.
That's right.
We usually have to watch the booth next door.
Or we'll watch Max up on stage entertaining the crowd.
How dare you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I believe, Trellis, I believe there was something in the pre-interview agreement.
I'm sorry.
About mentioning a certain
I'm sorry.
person who in an alternate universe will be named Zam.
My apologies, Luxor. That is not intended as a judgment of your abilities.
I mean, just put some wasabi in an orifice of mine after what you've just done.
Thank you, Trellis. Trellis.
I mean, if we're going to bring it up now, let's bring it up. I'm not the MC of this restaurant because I'm the understudy to Max. We all know this. Mm-hmm. Max has been doing this for a very long time.
An infinite amount of time.
He never gets sick.
No.
He never needs an understudy, yet I have to sit by my phone waiting for that call.
I can see how painful that would be. And do you ever come and just watch and just want to throw things at him or possibly do something to, I don't know, cap a knee or something like that so that you would be able to go on?
A few years ago, I showed up. I had a crowbar in one hand and my resume in the other, because I always carry, one hand always carries the headshot resume.
Yes.
And I was ready. I was ready to knock him out. I was ready to knock Max out.
Yes.
But then I realized that I could actually try to help him instead, right?
Ooh.
I approached him. I said, Max, of course you know who I am. And he said, no, who are you? I said, Max, come on. Stop joking around. He said, I don't know who you are. I said, Max, you know who I am. He called for security. They took me away. So I didn't get to him then. The following week, I tried again. And I finally got up to him.
Oh.
He said, yes, what do you want? He probably thought I was a fan or something. I offered my help. He said, if I needed help from you, why would I even be here today, right? Which is not, it's not so eloquent, not so flashy.
It's not even a clever retort. It's not a clever retort at all.
Not at all.
It's not grand.
It's not at all. No,
well,
exactly.
It's no secret he doesn't write his own material. He's not very good just off the cuff like that.
And that's what you need to write your own material. I write my own material.
Yes.
Which you could probably tell by some of the jokes I have when I MC. It's very much my point of view.
It's very much you. It's very much you. It doesn't sound like it was written by someone who's working in a butcher shop or something and would rather be writing comedy and is submitting jokes.
Right, exactly. I have a catchphrase. Everyone knows me by my catchphrase, right?
I know everyone knows, but we want to make sure everyone knows.
Yes. But, you know, every good comedian needs a good catchphrase, right?
Yes,
a good catchphrase that... So, mine is, I don't want to talk about it.
Yes.
Is it I don't want to talk about it, or I don't want to talk about it?
That's right. Right. So I'll say, my in-laws, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to talk about it.
And you don't even need an actual punchline.
And
people
that's
just scream at that.
Oh, the economy, right, everyone? I don't even want to talk about it.
No. Yes. I love that. I love that because you put the onus on the audience member to come up with the actual punchline.
And for here, that's the perfect catchphrase because we get up to the end of the night. The universe is about to end. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Although
you can use a little bit of help on your delivery, but it was a good attempt. It was a very good attempt.
I wasn't trying to match you. I just wanted to get the idea. I was just floating the idea of it.
Trellis, I should admit those were support laughs I was giving you. Those were support laughs.
I always know your support laugh.
Good.
I don't think I've ever made you sincerely laugh.
Certainly not.
Truly, that was a support laugh.
Trellis, give me the reading again, and I'll show you the difference in how I say it.
Oh, this is exciting. Very good.
Yes. Okay, universe is going, flashing lights, planets colliding, big flash!
Oh, God,
and the universe has come to an end.
Oh.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right.
Phonetically, it was fine.
I enjoyed the alliteration with the t.
That was a bit much, though. I'm sorry, I'm stepping on your toes, Luxor, here.
No, please. So I will show you my example, and I'm sure you will hear the difference. You will hear the difference.
Yes.
What was it like? The universe has ended.
The universe has ended.
Yes.
The universe has ended. I don't want to talk about it.
You see the difference? Do you hear the difference, Trellis?
I mean, need I say more?
That is, I look quite the fool. That's all I have.
That is the difference between a filling meal and something that was very disappointing. Yes.
Exactly. Yes. I wish I could tell you exactly what made the difference, but sometimes when I'm too close to it, I'm just too close to it.
Yes.
To even know the difference.
I'm not a born MC. That's what the difference is.
No.
That's right. You did not pop out with a cane in your hand.
No. I popped out with some things, but then they were removed because Glandar does not like extra anything. They want the appropriate number of arms, the appropriate number of eyes, nose, toes, everything. And being the center of plastic surgery, there is a plastic surgeon in the delivery room.
Yes.
Waiting to make a new.
They will sand down. Anything sticking out or whatever. They don't slap the bottom to wake up. They just get the sander out.
Or they've got a sander and a buffer. They'll avoid cutting to not want scars.
No.
If you know a guy, I need some work done.
No.
And I know. It's like saying how do you improve on an artistic piece, right?
And there's not a spotlight on you right now, but yet you are glowing.
That is
well,
amazing.
thank you. That was also very expensive. Between the eyes and the glow, I really need to find a good MC gig very soon.
Did you have the luminescence gene implanted into your code?
Well, I never share my secrets, but I'll give you a hint.
Oh.
Yes, it happened. That's what happened.
Oh, that's quite a hint.
That's an expensive procedure, and if it backfires, the opposite effect actually happens. So I'm glad to see that yours was successful. So
yes, very successful.
My next, I want to get the bags from under my eyes taken away and put behind my ears.
Yes.
And then I want to switch my cheeks so that the left one. I want to put both my cheeks on one side. So put the left cheek on the right cheek, and then the left side of my face just stays, you fill in the blank,
Right.
That would certainly be distinctive, because one of the things I notice about Max is that he has a complete face. And this would certainly set you apart. Oh no.
I mean, we have to say his name over and over again. I mean,
we can come up. Let's come up with a different name because we're going to mention him.
Do we need a trigger warning? Can we say something? Smacks, Jacks,
Hacks,
Tracks.
I mean, I'll have to say, Hacks does track. So Hacks tracks. I think Hacks does track. But anyway, how about this? Max, I don't even want to talk about it.
Oh, a wealth of web references just buried in there.
It's the professionalism is what I admire. Like,
yes.
Just right there, right then and there, boom. You saw you saw that happening in real time, and then your catchphrase just kicked right in.
Yes,
I wish I had.
I'm throwing gold out the window. I'm just throwing gold.
What? Where? I love gold.
Not literal gold.
Not literal gold. I'm saying
You would have heard it tinkling.
Oh,
exactly.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Me giving you my voice and my work is like saying, "You boy, go find the biggest goose in London or whatever."
Yes.
It's the same. It's the same thing.
What day is it? What day is it?
What day is it?
I'm not confused. I just wanted to talk to someone.
Right.
It's the day that Luxor Granden's dropping gold.
That's right.
But that's every day.
Trellis, I have one more question. Speaking of the
Yes.
the plastic surgeon, so I unfortunately I have you know that thing that happens on your thumb. We call it a John Bon Jovi. It's a
Yes.
piece of skin that's on right around your thumbnail that peels back, and if you
Yes. Oh, very painful.
Do not pull it.
all right.
Do not pull it.
Do not pull the John Bon Jovi.
Well, depending on your race and the way you bleed, that will have an effect.
It could track all the way up to your shoulder.
All right. So you're saying that this John Bon Jovi should stay where it is. I shouldn't.
It could pop off without a problem. It could
All right.
pull out and be 4 feet long. Do you want to take that risk? Because
That is a good question.
I'm afraid that by pulling it, it will unravel me like an animated
that's exactly what I'm saying.
sweater. Yes.
You don't know how long that is.
Right. All right.
If that happens, they're just going to sweep you around off the floor, and they're not going to know it's you. It's just going to be a pile of lint.
It's just going to be,
as far as they're
be-
concerned.
It could be slippery, even.
And not to mention, it's going to be really hard to say your catchphrase as a pile of thread.
Well, that is right. My catchphrase is my living. You know, which in itself can be a catchphrase.
Yes. I just reflecting back, talking about places perhaps where you've played before, other MC experiences, to stay away from the mention of hacks and such as that. What? Where else have you performed? You MC'd?
Well, every year we have an awards ceremony for a bunch of different superlatives.
Yes, the superlatives.
The superlatives.
Oh, those are always fantastic.
Yes, they're called the superlatives. That's what
Yeah,
it
'cause
is. The
they're
most
yeah.
superlatives.
Yes.
Yes.
So, for example, it's most eyes or class.
Best fragrance.
Best fragrance, best class warfare,
Yes.
and then of course everyone's favorite, cutest smile. So it's just
Cutest smile.
It's a long ceremony. It's about 6 hours long. It's once a year,
my.
and for me that is 12 different wardrobe changes.
Oh.
So that becomes fun as well. And that's always a big one for me. That's when we get a lot of the sponsorship. A lot of people will watch, and I get to do my, year-end routines, summarizing the year in superlatives.
Do you have an entourage that goes with you, like hair, makeup?
I do, but I've never kept them from year to year because I feel like they promise you one thing and then you end up looking like something different.
Yes, you want to look like what you want to look like.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So you train them, and then they just fail you, and you send them on their way.
The biggest challenge is keeping my hair in one place for the entire 6 hours.
Ah.
I tell my hair person, I want it this high, and I don't want it to lower at all by the 6th hour. And they always say, well, we'll see what we can do, but 6 hours is long. And I say, I don't want to hear excuses. I want to hear hairspray and hair blowers.
Now I have to ask, because I've heard of this at times, is your hair sentient?
Sentient?
Is your hair have a life of its own? Is it?
Oh, I see. Yes, of course. Well, by the 6th hour it does. And the life that it takes on at the 6th hour is just a droopy, depressed being.
That's
just
sad.
wanting
That's
to
sad.
be done. And I need it up for the whole 6 hours.
You do, of course.
Gotcha.
It is rather high, piled rather high, and I think that's lovely.
It looks a little sad right now, to be honest, but I'm assuming your team did not prep you for this.
I don't mean to offend, but I did not hire my team for this occasion.
Well, this is an audio experience anyway, so that makes sense.
It's the golden tones of yours that are really reaching out to everybody right now. The hair is just along for the ride.
Yes.
I've had to lower it. I've had to lower it, my hair.
Yes.
Because unfortunately, my last spouse was the victim of an accident involving my hair.
Oh!
No.
Yes.
An avalanche of something? I don't want to...
Did it slap him? Slap them?
Basically, what happened was we had made breakfast, and I walked into the kitchen, I tripped, and my hair was high from the night before.
Yes.
It fell on my spouse.
Oh.
Their head went through the middle of the hair, and basically it became sentient and wrapped itself around their throat. They couldn't breathe, and part of me was upset because the spouse was in distress, but the other part of me was also like, wow, my hair looks great right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's very frightening.
I was hypnotized.
I'm assuming while it had your spouse in its grasp, it turned back and looked at you and with a little wink and a gleam kind of thing?
Yes.
Gleam in its fibers?
Yes, it gave me a little... if it was wearing sunglasses, it lowered the shades, looked at me and gave me a wink.
Yes.
Now, do you still have that hair? That's your same hair now?
I've had to put that hair... I had to chop it off because it was the memories of what it did to my spouse were too much. Luckily, my hair grows 2 inches every 2 hours.
Oh, that's very practical.
Yes. So it wasn't too long before I had the length again.
Ah, very good.
Did you donate the hair to any people who might be in need?
The hair is currently on death row.
Oh. Okay.
Do you ever visit it?
I visit it every once in a while. I bring it things it needs: combs, brushes, mousse.
Ah, yes.
We reminisce about the old days, some of the old gigs we had together.
Has it ever tried to get you to bring in hair dye so that it could change its
Oh,
look?
disguise.
Oh!
And try to escape?
Hey, Trellis, I don't even want to talk about it. So that's my answer. That's my answer for that.
That's
a wealth of anecdotes, just all in one catchphrase.
Yes, exactly.
Was there ever any jealousy between you and the hair? Because you're doing all the work on stage, it's looking good. Was there ever any friction as to who was the real star of the show?
Yes.
As if it tried to upstage me every once in a while.
No.
This particular hairdo was a little viciously ambitious, which is also the way I exercise my vocal cords. I say viciously ambitious 20 times before I step on stage. Do not try it; you'll get a hemorrhage. But that particular hair tried to upstage me many times. And I see it now that I go visit it. I see it in its eyes. It has that ambition. It sometimes, without it knowing, it'll yell at me, you'll never get Hax's job or whatever, taunts me. But I let it go. It's behind bars. I just let it,
Slams against the glass in the room,
And that's
angrily.
usually when the guards come tase it and... I'm sorry, not tase it. Tease it. They tease it.
Yes, that makes sense.
Calm it down, drag it back to its cell, where it's making wine in the toilet.
Right, and they usually, the guards will tell this, don't let us get the hairnet, don't let us get the hairnet. If we get the hairnet, you're done.
Yes, that makes perfect sense.
I would imagine that's how they capture it if you tried to take off, with the hairnet gun. They shoot it, capture it, rolls to the ground, and they get down and start beating it with clubs, and then tease it.
And spray it.
That's right.
Yes, that's fascinating. How exciting. My hair has never rebelled this way. My hair is happy to be fed.
Maybe that's what's kept it in check.
Could be.
Yes.
Also, with all the alcohol it's soaked up, it's probably quite calm.
Horatio, have you ever asked the Millyway that instead of menus, people can just come look at your beard and just say, I'll have some of that, I'll have some of that?
That would be fascinating. A bit like in restaurants where they have a plastic version of the dishes in the window.
Exactly, like a pie fridge.
Oh, that'd be lovely. Say, look, this crumb here. This is from some popcorn. shrimp.
Yes.
Poppers. Yeah. Okay.
And you
that's
could
a
and you
lovely
could
idea.
even slowly spin. You could slowly spin so that everyone gets a view of it. And
That's good because if I spin quickly, people will be sucked into the gravity.
Correct.
The gravity well that I have going when I spin.
oh, and what you just pointed out, that's a popcorn shrimp. Oh, I thought that was half a croissant. Okay.
Oh, wait, no, it could. Oh no, it's a popcorn shrimp croissant.
Oh, that's what that was.
That's
That
why.
was the
Yes.
confusion.
Fascinating.
There are 6 of those to a meal, and apparently one you were saving it or just did not make it in to where it belonged.
No. And sometimes I save it. So it's basically it's like you just throw a handful of popcorn shrimp at your face, and however much goes in is fine. The rest just kind of what clings to the beard is meant to be.
Oh yes, much like a bingo cage that we throw
Yes.
a bunch of
Yes.
Yes.
You could pull a shrimp out and say, oh, this is number whatever. Eat it.
Ooh, that's another idea. I could do bingo. Do you think?
Yes.
Would I have the acumen? Let's just say, could you see me as an MC for bingo halls,
I mean,
or am I too far down?
were you doing bingo halls when you were 8 years old?
No, I was not. I was not.
Well, the Schenectad's bingo parlor circuit is clearly, none of the balls in the rolling, I don't know what the heck it's called, it's the rotator. It's
called a, I'm sorry, I should have told you before.
Oh, yeah.
It's called a bingo cage.
Oh, bingo.
Bingo
Thank
cake.
you.
What an interesting name.
Yeah,
I know.
Fascinating
Yeah.
name for it.
It's
It is.
so plain and clear, you'd think I would have just, by looking at it, guessed what it is. Anyways, none of the numbers and letters on those balls actually match any of the numbers and letters on the cards of the players because they're so disorganized.
That's if they remember to put all the balls in there.
And yes, and even if they sometimes they don't even put balls in there and they reach in their hand and they just have to make something up.
It's like, oh look, a
and
jack.
yell it
You've
out.
got a jack, or you've got a little cube or something. Perhaps some putty, some melted putty you have to peel off of the inside of the cage.
Exactly. So that's probably why Horatio doesn't have the experience level that you are used to, just inherently.
Some of us are literally born with it.
On Schenectad's in bingo, oftentimes bingo, when somebody yelling bingo is usually followed with a, oh no, wait, I was wrong. That's usually how it works. Oh no, wait, no, that couldn't be right.
Makes sense.
I'm a little curious too. When you auditioned for Hax's position, did they tell you it was for understudy, or I don't know? Were you asking for too much as far as salary goes? Maybe there's some wiggle room for you to.
Well, when I showed up, first of all, I was surprised that there were more people auditioning.
Yes.
I thought that I
Oh,
would walk
really?
in. I thought that I was the only one called in.
It wasn't an audition, it was more just a debut.
Exactly, a formality, if you will. Then I saw everyone else, and that put me in my head. Once I know I'm up against other people, it's hard to concentrate. So I did my piece. I felt very good about it, and I got the phone call, and they said, we would like to congratulate you. I instantly started packing my bag.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
I bought a boat. I said goodbye to my children, and then they said, no, we're congratulating you as an understudy. Stay put. You don't have to come so quickly.
Was it painful to say hello to your children again?
I had to let them back in the house. They all looked at me scornfully.
How awkward.
I had to return the boat, which was very embarrassing. If you've ever returned a boat, it's very difficult, even with the receipt.
I tried to return them in the dead of night when no one's there and leave a note.
I'm too embarrassed. I usually just sink them and swim back to shore.
Yes.
So, growing up, one of my mentors always said, remember, as we always said, there are no small MCs, but sometimes you're an understudy. So I've always known that phrase. I took it, and I've been waiting for a very long time now to go on.
How long have you been waiting?
Yes.
Which time zone?
Oh, very good question. Yes, true.
I've been waiting 35 minutes.
Whoa.
Oh my God!
Ha!
That's exorbitant.
Yes.
That's an insanely long amount of time. Unprofessional.
It's very unprofessional.
No, you could have a whole other life in that period of time.
Exactly. Because honestly, what else would I be doing, during those 35 minutes, right? I'm a very busy busy person.
You're looking for other emceeing engagements. You've got to do something.
Exactly.
Phone. How many times has your communicator rung from your agent in that 35 minutes with other equally valuable gigs?
Yes.
I haven't heard it. I haven't heard a ring at the table.
I'm assuming it's on silent. It's on silent.
Apparently, yes, that's what it is. It's on silent. That's the only reason why I haven't.
I would think so. I was very surprised.
Yep. Nope. Okay. No. Yeah. It's silent. It's on silent. Just one more thing. No. Okay. So I've been sitting here. It's right here. But nope. Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
We're in a bit of a dead zone here. Admittedly.
Yes, I was gonna say I don't have bars, so how can they?
You'll probably step away from the booth and suddenly just
ding 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 ding
blow
ding.
up. In fact, it could literally explode.
Just 1 second. 1 second. Yes. Just give me just 1 minute here.
Yes. Hold it a little differently. Hold your device a little differently.
Yes. No, I'm just yes.
Oh, he's on.
Hi. Yes, it's me. It's Luxor. I just wanted to make sure that Ryan knew what. Yep. Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure that my phone was working and Ryan. Okay. He's with another client. Okay. Well, just let him know that I'm here. I'm free. Okay. But. Okay. All right. Where were we?
Oh, that's love. I love that. That you could let them know that they care enough.
Well, it's good that he knows you're here and you're waiting for him to call. So
he probably doesn't want to bother you because he knows about the mindset, wanting to be in the zone, and that probably just doesn't want to interrupt your.
That's Ryan, my agent, Ryan.
I had a thought, and before we're almost done here, but I had a thought. Perhaps we could open up a little cabaret for you.
Oh.
We could do a little cabaret here in the booth.
You could maybe MC the dishes coming out of the kitchen.
Oh.
Or perhaps the people coming out of the gift shop, you could announce their gift as they walk out. Another keychain.
Ah, yes. I could ask.
Oh, they could ask in the gift shop. They could ask things like, "Oh, what is your return policy?" And you say your catchphrase.
A return policy. I don't even want to talk about it.
Yes. They would totally forget that they weren't able to return the item they didn't like.
Exactly.
Just laugh.
I love this idea, and I'll talk it over with Ryan and get back to you.
Very good. Very good. I hope we can help, because you're obviously quite a talent. I mean, I would say quite a talent that would be underplaying it.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say thank you, but this is just knowledge that everyone
Yes.
knows.
No, I don't expect thanks when I'm
Got it.
telling someone of your stature how talented they are.
Here's the other thing that I've learned. The silences are just as important as the non-silences.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yes. I like that you differentiate between silence and non-silence.
And I'm assuming you're applying that to your phone as well.
Oh, no, it's still... Sorry, I heard phone and I got excited, but it was you said the word.
Yeah.
You said the word phone. I see. I thought it was my phone trying to. All right.
No, I just wanted you to enjoy the silence of the phone because it's probably ringing all the time, and so this is a happy respite.
We gave you a break. We gave you a respite from all the offers that are probably pouring in.
Yes, it's been quite a respite, and I'm now back, so the respite can be lifted on my phone calls.
Well, this has been absolutely. I've been, I don't know if any of our guests have been so eloquent.
None, except maybe one
or had a
two.
catchphrase.
Maybe a couple, but no.
The hammer did.
The hammer.
Inform us about the spice trade and the importance of cumin. So that was fun.
The scofflaw cheated you out of money on a real estate deal.
Yes, he did.
It should have been obvious that he was cheating you, but that's all.
Some things are just not that obvious to me sometimes. What do you think the entry should be for today, Horatio?
Oh my. There we go.
Luxor Granden. I don't want to talk about it.
Perfect. Otherwise, it's going to be get your bingo balls on, and that's a whole other thing.
That one.
No.
That one kind of speaks to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Viciously ambitious. This is good.
I'm going to go with I don't want it. You know what? I think we should just stick with the bread and butter.
I don't want to talk. That way they'll know. They'll know immediately. Like, oh!
Yeah.
They'll know exactly who you're speaking
Exactly.
to.
So I'm going to type that in.
Luxor Granden.
Enter Luxor, this has been fantastic, fascinating.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're
the
welcome.
professional. You're the professional. Would you like to take us out?
Oh, how exciting.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I was not prepared for this, but I.
What were you going to use for the interview, or for when the universe ended?
Yes, what was your last thing?
Yes.
Besides your catchphrase?
Well, I don't normally share this, but I'll share it with you two. You've been amazing hosts, so I'll say, when it happens, this is what I will say. The universe is about to explode. Let's talk about it.
Oh, a twist!
Oh, yes.
Twist
perfect.
ending. I love it.
Perfect.
But that will only happen when that day comes.
Thank you for joining us for Hitchhikers and Appetizers. And of course, special thanks goes to our guest, Luxor Granden. I have been Trellis Gardeen.
And I continue to be Horatio Zinn. Until next time, keep your towels clean. And if a highly evolved, godlike being has captured you to use as its plaything, you can always bore it to death with an overly detailed monologue until it releases you. So don't panic. Everything you heard in this episode was improvised, but not everything improvised was heard. This episode of Hitchhikers and Appetizers featured the voice talents of Mike Gorgone as Trellis Gardeen, Bran Peacock as Horatio Zinn, and Ithamar Enriquez as Luxor Granden. Finally, Hitchhikers and Appetizers is part of the Improv in Action Network. Check out other great improvised podcasts and projects at improvinaction.com. If you'd like to reach out to Trellis or Horatio, you can send electronic messages to them at our Galaxy address, hitchappspodcast@gmail.com. Or you can find them on Twitter with the handle hitchapps.
Shut up and sit down.